Hello and welcome everybody to this week's edition of the Edmonds Racing TV show. It's the 23rd of October. We are one day away from Cox Plate Day, of course. AFL Grand Final on Saturday and the NRL Grand Final on Sunday. A wicked week of sport, a weekend of sport. And I tell you what, the Edmonds Racing stable, they're up and about too with runners at Doomben, the Gold Coast, and an Indian Dreamer going around today at Sunny Coast. We'll preview all those runners today with Tobe. We'll also recap performances through the week of our runners. Tobe, welcome to the show. Solo today. Trent away for having a well-deserved break for 1 week up in Port Douglas.
Yep, having a week away, which is good for him. He needs it. He's been working very hard. So hopefully he recharges the batteries somewhat.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a beautiful spot up there. Got married up in Port Douglas, and I'm sure he's having a lovely time. Vanna Girl on the weekend, Tobe. I thought that was nice to see. I mean, I suppose the first two runs as prep were inconclusive, really, in terms of how she was going. Saturday in the Group 3 Craven Plate, she really showed that she is in good form and she's going as well as she looks.
Yeah, so I'd agree with the second run, definitely. It was inconclusive. The first run was a good run. And last Saturday certainly showed that she is in good order. Funny you mentioned that. Kieran McAvoy phoned me on Wednesday evening. I haven't been able to speak to him, and I sent him a message, asked him to phone me, and he did. He's obviously gone to Melbourne and apologised for the ride. He said, I wished I had it over again. She began so good and put herself in there, and then he let James McDonald go around him and ended up following James. And then there were some early moves in the race, and she ended up way a lot further back than she should have been, and was kept tight, down the running, which didn't help by the eventual second horse, and didn't get much room to stretch out. But look, it was great to see that she run well. She come through that run well, by the way, so really good. She had a pretty good week this week, probably the best week out of a run that she's had down there since going to Sydney. Very free, and the vet report was great. So it's all pleasing heading towards that 2,000 metre quality next Saturday at Rose Hill. So I'm not sure the name of that one, but it's an interesting race, $500,000 race, which is a new race on Golden Eagle Day.
Yeah, spot on. I think it's called the Rose Hill Gold Cup or something like that. $500,000. So
yep.
Looks like an ideal race for a fourth up, staying at 2,000 metres. Outstanding.
Yep.
I see you got Jason Collett to ride. So that's terrific.
Yep.
All right, mate, let's get stuck into it. Plenty of runners this weekend. We're really building into a big summer. Lots of horses resuming off trials and that kind of thing. So it's an exciting weekend for the stable and our owners. Kicks off tonight or this evening at the Sunshine Coast. We've got Indian Dreamer in race 4 at the Sunny Coast, benchmark 1,200 metres. The Lucky Clover team. Indian Dreamer, funny sort of horse type, gets back in his running, but has done some pretty special things last prep in terms of, where he's come from to win his races or run close. Drawn barrier 10, probably gets back from barrier 10. I suppose that doesn't really bother him by barrier 10.
Yeah, no, he's a slow beginner anyway, and he gets back and finishes hard. So look, it'll be interesting, the pattern and how that works out tonight. If it's up on speed and leader bias or leader on speed bias, he'll struggle. And from the barrier, Robbie's probably going to have to go back some way to get a decent run. So he's going to have to ride for a bit of luck, and hopefully he's strong and get some clear ground in the straight. But going well. The horse is going super. The barrier and the track just need to keep an eye on that today to see how the pattern plays. But if it's all fair and even, he'll be certainly very hard to beat.
Yeah, perfect. And typical of the stable, first up, you'd have a little bit of improvement in him too going forward.
Yeah, he's had 3 trials now, so he's pretty fit. But certainly, the reason I trialled him the 3 times, I thought his second trial was poor. I couldn't quite get my head around why he trialled so badly. Bear in mind he was racing against Banner Girl in that last preparation and wasn't far from her. So I was mystified by his second up trial. maybe it was over on the inside and he didn't do much, but he certainly stretched out nicely with Jeff Lloyd on him the other day. So, and Jeff thought he was good, and his subsequent work and in between trials has been good as well. So he's showing me he's going good. Just race day's the big test for him, but nice horse with a future. I'd be disappointed if he couldn't put these away and run well, but as I mentioned, it will depend on the pattern of the day.
Yeah, very good. All right. Well, good luck to the Lucky Clover team there. Sunny Coast this evening. Indian Dreamer fresh up. Looking forward to the prep with him. Before we tackle these other meetings, Tobe, what's your view on the rain situation? Do you think we'll get some for these meetings at Doomben and the Gold Coast?
Look, it's possible. It is forecast. I'm just hoping we get through tomorrow and it can hose down Saturday at 5:20 if it likes, for as much as it likes. But just our runners for the weekend, there'll be quite a few of those disadvantaged by a wet track. We got Global Citizen resuming at the Gold Coast. A few of the runners in town might struggle on soft going. But it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. I can't do much about it. But I'd love it just to hold off for the rest of for tomorrow, and then as I say, hose down Saturday evening's fine.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's play it. Let's talk about it like it's going to be a good four. With the 10 race card there at Doomben on Saturday, and you've got 7 acceptors across 6 races. So it's going to be a busy old day there for you, Tobe. It's looking forward to it very much. Race 2, 3-year-old Colson Gelding's handicap over 1,200 metres. 2 runners engaged. Jetty, fresh up for 2K off some really nice trials. Drawn well, Jim Byrne. And Cherry, drawn barrier 4, also drawn well. Robbie Fradd aboard. He's 4th up, rock hard fit. Market says Cherry just at $4.40 over Jetty at $6. Is that how you see it?
Not really. I think it's quite hard to split both of them. I will say Cherry's had a couple of runs in and has been gelded in between preparations. So it'll be interesting to see how long he stays up for. Jetty, whilst on the other hand, Jetty, get back to Cherry. He's finally drawn a barrier where he's going to get a nice run. He drew horribly at Doomben the other day and sat 3 and 4 wide and with a big weight and tried very hard, just couldn't sustain that long run. On the other hand, Jetty, full brother to Unconditional, another one of 2K's sort of homebred, I think, not homebred, but they're one of their first flag horses that they syndicated, and this guy is obviously full brother to him. Sort of overachieved a little bit, I thought, in his last preparation. He was sort of little dumpy guy. wasn't that enthused about him, but gee, race day performance he put in. He goes really good. He's one of these horses come out of the paddock, looked really rough and everything at his first trial. Zach Lloyd rode him, trialled nicely. We didn't ask him to do a great deal. You could see it just before his second trial, his coach starting to improve, and Zach Lloyd rode him again at his second trial, and he beat them. And since then, mate, he's grown. You can see him growing and maturing and filling out all the time. And his work was really good. Choose. I wouldn't be surprised to see him knock them off. But he is first up. Remember, still got some improvement in, but he is going well enough to win. I can't really split both of them though. So hopefully one of them wins. Either way is fine. 2K guys could do with a nice horse from our stable. I noticed they got some, nice horse for Tony Gollan. I really like this horse to stand up for us for them, because they're good supporters of our stable. So hopefully, I don't care which one wins, but as long as they go 1, 2, 2, 1, in my opinion, but they're both good chances.
Yeah, very good. No, makes sense to me. Both horses you can make strong cases for, and Jetty on the up, and Cherry 4th up, rock hard fit, and finally drawn a barrier. So good luck to the owners of both horses. Obviously, we've got the summer upon us, and some other races, I'm sure, where we can. Hopefully they're taking each other on in some feature races later on. Tobe, that'll be great.
Yeah, well, that's right. So the 3-year-old stakes races are just around the corner. So we've got a number of horses, sort of Paredo's in the same boat. We've got a number of unraced horses there getting ready for all those type of races as well. So this is where we start to build on our summer carnival, I suppose.
Yeah, no, exciting. Speaking of Paredo, she's in race 6, Circuitous 3-year-old fillies 1,200-metre race. Terrific for the Yarramalong team. Richard and Joni Foster there. First up, she absolutely killed them. $3.20 favourite here, which I know she was dominant the other day, but I thought that was surprising given she's taken on Minji and Dusty Tycoon and Star Rosa, and it's a different quality field, but certainly, obviously, the guys, the form guys like her.
Yeah, so I think that race returned a really good figure the other day. And what I mean by a good figure, every form analyst has a rating system, and races are rated. And apparently this filly ran some really good times through, in different sections of that race, and she blew them away. So that race has come back pretty good. So that's why she's come up favourite with the tab and the bookmakers, I suppose. But it surprised me a little bit. There's some well-performed horses and they're raced in a lot better company than she has. So even though, as Jetty, as I spoke about Jetty, how he's bloomed and blossomed, this filly is unbelievably mature now, strong. She was very, very physically weak when we were trying to win a couple of early last preparation, early part of the last preparation. And the time she had out in the paddock, she just, really put some good condition on, and she's a strong filly now with a good future. Only raced 9 or 10 days ago, so it's not normal we would run a horse that quick. But this 3-year-old fillies race is there to be had, so it was worthwhile having a go at. And I had a good chat with Richard Foster on the phone, and he actually found, he said, would you be interested in running her that quick? And I said, look, we'll throw a 9 in, and if we're happy with it, we probably will. And here we are. So, look, good filly. I feel she's a good filly. Tomorrow's a really good test for her, so we'll probably know a great deal more tomorrow. But I wouldn't be surprised if she beats them again.
Yeah, no, very good. Nice bit of confidence there. Sounds like she looks terrific. Really promising filly by Better Than Ready, and interestingly, out of the dam of the Drinks Carts. So she is actually a half sister to the Drinks Carts mother too. So a little bit of luck with the family too. Yeah. All right, race 7, class 6, 1350 metres. Fisticuffs, drawn 7. Brad Stewart goes on. Listen, he was unlucky last start. Better barrier here. He's come up a $5.50 favourite. So very open race. I feel like he's the young gun taking on the old seasoned hard heads like Tokariki Lad, All Important, and Passe. Tobe, how do you see him featuring in this race?
I think it's pretty much the same horse he raced against the other day, isn't it? Tokariki Lad beat him home, but I think if the luck was reversed, I think this horse probably gets close to winning. It's quite unlucky. We've already went over that last week about getting interfered with out of the barrier, and he's had a good week and a half. Haven't had to do a great deal of work with him. He's quite fit now, so more sort of maintenance work with this guy. Not out to break any world record on the track, but done really well. Looks great, and Brad Stewart on's a good booking for this type of horse who, historically runs into a bit of luck. But Brad Stewart's just that type of rider who finds the right lane, finds the right person to follow, and quite confident he can run super.
Yeah, terrific. And then you guys grew at the track here too. 4 starts at Doomben for 2 wins and a third. So he likes the joint. That's important. Race 8, really interesting. Benchmark 90,050 metres. First starter for the stable, a horse called Hard Empire. He's a 7-year-old gelding, but listen, he's a group-winning sprinter from South Australia. Joins the team. He's first up here for the stable after 2 really nice trials, which have been highlighted by yourself. Yep. Georgina Cartwright goes on, the 1.5 kilo claim. He's obviously got the big weight in the benchmark 90. It's $11 shot, awkward barrier. What do you want to do with him first up, Tobe?
To my eye, he looks like he'll need a run. He's done probably a little bit good since he's been with us. Although both trials have been promising. I think he's won both trials, obviously. I'd suggest from the barrier he's going to need a little bit of luck. So he's here to sort of get ready for the Magic Million Sprint race. So I'd suggest he's got a fair bit of improvement, and whatever he does tomorrow, he'll improve pretty quickly on. But bear in mind, he's racing against a lot better horses than these, and I'm quite confident he'll still run well, but from the barrier and with the condition left on him, I think he'll need it.
He'll need it. Yeah, perfect. All right. Look forward to seeing him. He's got some bigger fish to fry later in this summer preparation. Race 9, open handicap over 1,350 metres. Grey Missile, barrier 14. I tell you what, he was extremely unlucky first up. I know you thought he'd need the run anyway, fitness-wise. Second up here, he'll be fitter. Ben Thompson aboard with Robbie jumped ship here to ride the favourite, Tobe.
He did. Well, I think the word from Jeff Lloyd was, he said, I thought he didn't give it a good ride the other day and he wouldn't be asked to ride it. So he grabbed another one, but that's fine. Ben Thompson's riding well. He's ridden winners at the last couple of Ipswich meetings. I know he didn't have much luck on fisticuffs the other day, so happy to give Ben another go somewhere. Drawn horribly though. It's going to be tough from that barrier. Good speed inside him in fiery heights and the like. I think he can run well, but this just from that barrier, he's probably going to need a lot of luck. So he's going well enough to run well, but barrier is a big thing there.
Yeah, perfect. All right, just hoping for Benny to find some sort of cover, nice low weight on his back, and if he can get any sort of run, expect Grey Missile to run really well there in race 9.
Yep.
Race 10 is a 1,350 metre race, no metro. Thine is the Power. Thought she was very well placed here. $5.50 second pick. This Mike Pilkington managed mare was terrific in her 2 trials. Has a little bit of class edge and is probably a filly or mare that's, looking for some black type, chasing black type this summer, Tobe.
Yep.
You expect her to run well?
Yeah, I do. Love the trial. She's going quite well. I loved the last preparation where she was really good every start, just about. And I like this track for her. I think it's going to be a little forgiving, which will suit her. And she hasn't got the best joints. This mare, she needs a lot of managing, which we're able to do. But she's going really well. I expect her to run well. And Andrew Mallion rides her good as well. So she's got a good chance. But a little bit left in the tank there. She's sort of first up. We're looking at the summer series with there's some fillies and mares, stakes races there, which we need to really have her ready for. So whatever she does Saturday, she'll improve, but she's graded right to run really well.
Yeah, very nice. Drawn well too, and Andrew Mallion always seems to ride well for us. All right, brilliant. Well, Gold Coast Saturday home track. We've got some horses here knocking on the door to break their maidens, and horses first up, of course, too, in Global Citizen. It's an 8-race card. We've got 5 acceptors across 5 races. Race 1, we kick off nice and early in the 3-year-old Colson Gelding's maiden, Delbergia, for the Lucky Clover team. Was good first up. He sort of only trialled fair, but he made good ground late. I thought he was going to be right in this up to his ears, but barrier 10 just makes it a little bit trickier.
Got blinkers on too, so it'll be interesting. But he's gone good. It looks great. His work's been really good. He's going to need a bit of luck from the barrier though, with blinkers on, Jake Bayless on. So good luck with that one. Nice horse. I do expect him to improve from his first up run to today. Just the barrier's a real concern.
Yeah, perfect. Understood. All right. Well, good luck to the Lucky Clover team there. Hopefully you get some luck from the barrier, guys. Race 2, cutest 3-year-old fillies over 1,200 metres. Here's another 3-year-old that's been knocking on the door. Miss Jetty, run 3rd in her first 2 starts. Tobe, she's drawn nicely here. Jake Bayless on barrier 4. Can she get the job done for Drew Irwin and the team?
I think so. That race she came out of the other day, it rated particularly well. So that sort of, she fits into this race nicely. Looks great. Trained nicely between runs, so she gets a chance from a good barrier, and should run really well.
Excellent. All right. Well, good luck to Drew and the guys. I know they'll be tickled pink if she can get up there on Saturday. Race 3 is a benchmark, 68 over 900 metres, Global Citizen in the 2K Thoroughbreds colours. He's been gelded, this horse. He's got ability. He's by arm invincible, strapping lad he is. Trialled enormous and then stepped on a nail. So he's missed a little bit of work recently. Am I right in sort of suggesting that this is almost like a 3rd trial for him?
Yeah. So, but don't be surprised. He's a pretty sharp horse. and could run well. You're right. He didn't miss much work, but he was quite sore. We got a treadmill where we can keep them up to the mark with some of these foot injuries that they gallop on a flat surface and there's no compaction up under the feet. So whilst they're working out on these the sand tracks and the like, when they've had some foot injuries, they get that compaction and they're always sore. Where on the treadmill they're actually working on an even surface and there's no compaction, so you can manage them through it. So we're lucky to have that tool in the background there as well. So that helps a lot. So I've kept the work up to him that way, but certainly race day is completely different. He looks a little gross to me and a little not quite there in the coat. So whatever he does tomorrow, certainly on Saturday he'll certainly improve on. But drawn good to get a nice run. We've wanted him ridden a little quieter because he was banged out on the speed a couple of times last preparation when he won. Was really aggressive in his second trial. So hopefully there's good enough speed here where he just parks him behind them and just see if he can finish off.
Yeah, perfect. Over 900 metres, they'd be flying, absolutely flying up front. So you get a chance to settle and run home well. But I definitely improve off the run. So good luck to all the owners there. Might just get the job done on class there, Global Citizen. Race 7, benchmark 62, 1,400 metres. My Diamond Girl. She's another scratching, I think, to get a run. Been finishing off better than her results suggest on the form guide, but drawn a little bit awkward. So. Yeah,
she's one that really needs to improve a bit, I think. She's an emergency. She may not get a run, and so I'm sort of hoping more than confident with her and that she can step up to the mark, but she's one that does need to improve from my eye. I think this race could be a little hard for her, and we might need to find something a little easier.
Yeah, sure. Right, and the same for run on race 8, drawn wide. I think you'll save him for next week.
We will. We'll save him. He's going extremely well, even though his first up run doesn't suggest he is. He is going very well, and we probably just need the right barrier, the right race, and everything to match up, and he'll be winning pretty quickly.
Very good. Nice. All right. Mate, last week, the best bet of the weekend from you was Vanna Girl. She ran enormous. Trent tipped Great Keppel, and he just got nutted on the line with a super run. You also tipped us into Classic Legend. You were bullish on Classic Legend. What's your best bet of our runners this weekend?
Funny enough, Classic Legend, I watched his lead-up run, and I sort of thought to myself, it's unusual seeing Kieran do what he did, and try and bring Nature Strip unstuck. End up bringing himself unstuck with Libertini getting off his back and beating him. I listened to an interview with Les Bridge on Friday morning or Saturday morning, I think it was. Saturday morning it must have been, after my show, and he said, Kieran and I, we rode to beat the other horse, not to win with our horse. So it was interesting that, and see what he did on Saturday. It was great. Geez, it was a good win. Good luck to Les Bridge. I've known Les since I was a kid. He's 82 now, and he's won a $14 million race, mate. How good is that? And there you go. Ages shall not weary them, and well done to him. He's like, what would you call it? He's like the furniture of Randwick. He's been there all his life. Great guy. I knew him when he had Sadapa and all those horses. Kenzai, Larry Olsen rode for him. He's been a champion trainer. So good luck to him. Well done. Deservedly a great bloke.
Shout out to Les Bridges. Like that game, isn't it? The training, Tobe. Like age shall not weary them. Like you just get better, don't you? Because you see more, you learn more, you tinker with more, and he's going as good as ever, Les.
Well, you can't beat experience. Like we all can be young and aggressive and keen and think we can beat everyone and win every race, and that's probably the right attitude to have. But when you get into the game doing as long as Les Bridge has, and somewhat I've been at 30 years now, and you realise that there's a lot of hard knocks in racing, and you need to be able to cope with it. And it's like water off a duck's back. You need to be able to have that attitude and then the don't give a shit attitude, basically. outwardly, but inwardly you're burning inside, but you don't let it out, and you just can't let things worry you. And it takes you a long way. And you learn, talking about experience, the stuff I've done when I was young, that I've learnt from, and you just know you can't get away with that sort of stuff now. You're trying to push horses to the races. It can't go. Let's look at them physically. They're weak. Let's turn them out, because the end result, if you keep trying to push them through, the owners get such a bad result. So there's a lot of stuff that experience cannot beat, and it's a good lesson for everyone.
No, I couldn't agree more. You learn to bounce, don't you? You learn to bounce and keep
Yep.
going. And it's probably a great thing that you and Trent have together in terms of that combination. You got the experience, and then you've also got the energy of the youth and things, and it's probably just makes for a very good combination so far.
It does, yeah. Yep.
Beauty, mate. All right, and do you want to give us a quick tip in the Panthers v Melbourne Storm?
Wow. I think Melbourne Storm will beat them this week. I think they were so good the other day. I think they'll beat Penrith and give Cameron Smith a good send off.
Yeah, very good. And what about the Cats v the Tigers in the AFL?
Richmond, I think.
Very good. On my
Richmond,
my
they're very good.
Happy. Very good.
I don't think I've given my tip. I think I banged on about Les Bridge for too long. So I'm gonna give you 3 this week. I'm gonna give you Jetty, race 2, Pareto, race 6, and Fisticuffs, race 7. That's not a bad, not a bad multi. You can either have them for a place, or you can mix it up however you want. But you'll get a good collect if you do.
Oh, I love the confidence, Tobe. I love the confidence. I was just quickly working the math through my head on my sports bet account there. I reckon that's going to be 100 to 1, $1 on, 100 to home, and then for a place you'll be getting $25, $30, I suppose too. So,
yep,
that's love it, mate. Love the confidence. Going to be a big Saturday for the team.
Okay,
beautiful. Listen, we just quick review of our runners. We'll just bounce through them if you don't mind. 11 runners through the week for 2 winners and 7 place getters. So. A bit frustrating, I suppose, not to convert a few more place getters, but gosh, the horses are running well, and it's still a bloody good effort to get 2 from 11. That's still close enough to the 20%. So it's been a good week. Paliki kicked it off at Gatton on Friday.
Yeah, she was good. She nearly fell out of the barriers and whizzed through and beat those easily. I don't know if they were a bad lot of horses, or she actually goes quite well. She gallops quite well. She hasn't done it on the racetrack yet, but to do what she did the other day, I thought was really good. So hopefully she can go to another race and win again quickly. But really good effort.
Yeah, congratulations.
And good for Doug. Good for Doug McDonald. Good bloke who he's got 3 horses with us and good supporter.
Yeah, no, well done, Doug. Bred and raced the filly, so I'm sure he got a lot of big kick out of Paliki winning there. Good on you. At Doomben on Saturday, Fields of Yulong ran second.
He was good. Could have got a bit softer time down the back with Brooke Ainsworth on 151 chance going up and putting pressure on him, which I couldn't believe. Like that far out and to do what they did. But anyway, he's slowly progressing. He's improved. I think you can see him improve from run to run, and he's getting easy to work with. He's really. He's quite nasty when he got here. He was angry and all the rest of it, but now he's starting to want to be a mate. So, that might transfer to the racetrack, but he's very, very close to a win.
You've done a great job with him, Tobe, and he's a horse that every second weekend now he can run for good prize money, and he's been competitive. So the owners will have a bit of fun with him. Great Keppel ran second as well.
Yeah, we rode him out of his pattern the other day because of the barrier and the lack of speed, and we just got run down by probably a better one on the day. I think it had to give us. No, we had to give it a little bit of weight. I think not much, but look, it ended up having the beautiful run behind us and getting off her back and beating us. But that horse is very honest, very consistent, and he'll win again as well shortly in the right race.
Yeah, no, great run for the horse in the Sedgemoor colours. The last run there at Doomben was Dream Master. He ran 8th. Yeah,
disappointing. He's gone to the paddock now. For a little bit. It's getting quite hard to place. He's probably done a pretty good job, to be truthful. But he's a beautiful looking horse and lovely horse to do anything with. But he's got through his greys now and he's getting quite difficult to place. So we'll see what we do with him in the future.
Yeah, he's black, beautiful, and have a beautiful, a lovely future after racing. But hopefully the owners can get a couple more things there with, like you say, just placed in the right time of year, in the right races. Champagne Toots at the Gold Coast was our first runner. She ran well.
It was a little bit unlucky not to win. Was quite keen just in behind them and second up, 1400. You know, she'll improve. She come through that run beautifully. Very, very free, and everything. She comes off obviously knee surgery, so it's always good that they pulled up well. As you know, this track at the Gold Coast is quite firm from time to time, so that was good. Loved the run. She's very close to winning.
Yeah, knocking on the door. Champagne Toots, the Archer Park team. Nick the Skip ran 7th at the Gold Coast.
His run wasn't as bad as it looked. We're going to push him out to 12:50 at Ballina, I think it is, the day before Melbourne Cup Day. Giving him a chance at the distances that was performing at last preparation. He got out to 1300 and the like. So I think we'll give him another chance down at Ballina in a little bit lesser grade.
Excellent, very good. Vanna Girl, we spoke about. We went to Sunday. Cool Intelligence ran 7th there at Lismore. Yeah,
disappointing. It was looked like it had every chance, but I suppose the figures come back where they really ran hard through the first, 800 metres of the race. Anyway, they went pretty quick when there didn't appear to be much speed on paper. So, but says a bit about the quality of the race. I think the winner was 150 to 1. So she just needs to lift a bit, I think. See where we go with her.
All right, freshen up and look at another race with Cool Intelligence. Yep. Midweek was at Ipswich again. Kicked off with Grand Zoo, pretty much identical to the couple of weeks before. Yep.
He finally got his racing pattern right. He's an on-speed horse, so that's great. It's really good to win back-to-back races with that horse because he showed so much for so long, and he's finally been gelded, obviously, so that's obviously helped a bit as well. He dominant. I'm sure I can get him out to a mile. I'm probably going to go to a mile next start. The jockey wasn't as keen to, but I think we'll overrule him there and just have a crack at it. It's a nice race for him at Doomben in about 14 or 15 days' time. So should be good for him.
Yeah, beauty. All right, and then the next couple sort of it got back where it was hard to make up ground. I thought so. Their efforts were pretty decent. Just Jessie ran 6th and Brocky was 3rd.
Yeah, Just Jessie probably, she got very wide on the corner and struggled to run on, but Brocky was good enough. The leader went pretty hard out in front and kept running, so he just wasn't good enough to pick him up. But there's races in both those, in the right races and the right draws and the like.
Yeah, no, excellent, mate. Hey, well, Tobe, thank you very much for your time. I hope I wish you all the best with your runners over the weekend. Good luck to all of our owners. Enjoy all of the sport. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks, Bruce. Have a good day.